began with the man taking a chance on social media and deciding to publicly request Mini Yotabo Baloi Chiwenga to actually allow him. Sorry, I'm just um, to actually host them and buy them Nandos. I thought it was pictures. That's why it played a song. Apologies about that. So the men requested Miri Baloi Chiwenga to actually allow him to take them out to Nandos, to be specifically, and buy them and spoil them for the day. It appears the dream of that man was partly fulfilled. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Shodipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Bini Baloi Chiwenga this morning, about an hour ago, has shared this. So finally, we hosted the Nandos guy, Edwin Brisco Chisango, and his lovely wife last Sunday. True to his word, he brought the money he promised he budgeted for our Nandos. Akazoramba hake kuti awedzere up to 50, as some of you had suggested, but we were happy. He even narrated how some of you insulted him, saying, Washaya Pegu Pengera Here. Some even threatening him, citing security reasons. He had to temporarily block his account, but well, here we are. So the gentleman, I think you saw the picture that I put on the portrait, was actually granted the opportunity alongside his wife. The pictures are blurry, they are not quite clear, but there, that's the gentleman. That is Mini Yotabo Baloi Chiwenga, as well as the husband and also the wife of this man, Edwin Brisco Chisango. This was done this Sunday. In fact, it says, yes, this Sunday, last Sunday, as in this the Sunday that passed by, and she had to share the pictures now, most probably because of the busy schedule. So, and then she posted another video of pictures saying, so finally we hosted the Nandos guy, Edwin Brisk Chisango, and his lovely wife. I think it's a repetition. Last Sunday, true to his words, he brought the money he promised he budgeted for our Nandos. Now, you see, this is a man who just decided to take a chance. And I think this was meant to test, humility on the part of retired General Chiwenga and his family, on whether they can actually allow a civilian to actually share a moment with them. Indeed, the guy was insulted by some, citing security reasons. We know these people, when some of these people, when they become president, just imagine. I know of some people who have requested to meet Robert Gabriel Mugabe. I know some people who have requested to meet Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. They will tell you to go to the Central Intelligence Organization. They ask you a lot of questions. Why do you want to meet the president? The process is so long, to such an extent that you will end up giving up. Some of the, especially the presidents in Africa, they treat themselves as kings, political leaders in Africa. It's unlike in some of the countries, you can request to meet a president, and the president can actually get to meet you and can get to have audience without you. Obviously, security checks are done, but that should not be a hindrance, especially for any leader to meet the people. Actually, I've seen politicians in South Africa, when it's time for elections, they even knock to people's doors, get to people's house, get to people's shacks. So what changes when the very same people, you go to them, especially if you are a democratic country, asking for the votes, request to meet you. So this was a test, in my view, to retired General Chiwenga. And I must say, through the astute, obviously, advice of Mini Baloyi Chiwenga, the man was granted his request. He got to fulfill his dream. His dream was just to eat with the vice president of a country, to share some moments with him. The wife facilitated that, and you can see the happiness that is in Mini Baloyi Chiwenga. And also, she is seemingly someone who is down to earth, welcoming, and always smiling at all. And all the time, and I think she has actually made also the general to begin to learn to smile. He's always a serious man sometimes, but I see in some of the pictures he looked very, very serious. But in some of the pictures, the man was actually smiling, and maybe most probably it's because of his military background and having commanded the military. I think it's the highest ever demanding job in terms of your character and how you present yourself. Apologies about that. I will get back to this person. So it's a highly demanding job. And most probably that is what might have shaped his character, that you're supposed to look serious, very, very serious. But well, he is. I see some reforms. I see him reforming. It takes humility for someone to do so. Just for someone who just made a request through social media. I don't remember seeing a social media that is run and managed by retired General Chiwenga. But this was facilitated through the social media account that is managed by the wife of retired General Chiwenga, that is Mini Baloyi Chiwenga. It appears this was done after Sunday service. The man was hosted. He came putting on a tie, and also the wife dressed modestly, very, very decent, because they were going to meet a vice president, a man who is part of the presidium in Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Okay,